beautiful family, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for joining me today on this Sunday. I hope your week went great. I hope you're spending today to just refresh, reset everything for the week and spending time with the Lord and all that good stuff. But today we're going to talk about love languages, if you should live by them, if they're biblical, all that good stuff. And this Wednesday on the Higher Battle podcast, we are also going to be talking about love languages, and my friend Nadine will be a guest on that episode, so it'll be so much fun, and I hope you guys enjoy that one. And if you're new, hello, my name is Payton. I'm so happy you're here. Glad you're joining us. If you'd like to join the family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss an upload, because we upload every Sunday and every other Friday, so it would just be wonderful to see you there. So I'm just going to start out with a straightforward answer because I do this in all of these videos. So, should you live by the love languages? No. The only thing you should be living by is God's Word, the Bible. But can love languages and what you know about your love language and your partner's love language, they can be used as resources. So that's an important key. As resources, not idols, not a guide to live by, but resources. So basically, love languages came about when Gary Chapman wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages. And after that, pretty much everyone was taking the love language test. They knew their love language, all these different things. So basically, his theory is that there's 5 main love languages. That there's words of affirmation, which is you building someone up. The way you love someone best is by speaking into their life positivity, building them up, affirming them. There's giving gifts, so obviously your way of loving people best is giving. There is physical touch, which is showing love, not sexually, but by touch. There's acts of service, so obviously you love others best by serving, doing things for them, helping them. And then lastly, there is quality time, so spending time with the people you love. So I took this love language test a while ago and I scored highest in giving gifts and quality time. And I 100% can see this. I do value quality time the most. So here's where it can get tricky. Like, I feel like I get filled up the most from my relationships when I spend time with them. So, are you only being around the people based on the desires of your love languages? Are you being filled up by Jesus, or are you living by your love languages in order to kind of feed those desires you have based on your love language? So that's where it can get a bit tricky. So I was love languages and giving gifts, which 100% I love giving gifts. It's just so much fun to give people presents. I just love spoiling people, buying them stuff at random times. So that's fine. That's great. I think we can skew it into a way of like, this is how you have to love me best. And these are my desires based on my love languages. So it kind of can, if you're not careful, can turn into a selfish thing of like, I know my love language and you're not satisfying that. So we need to be careful, because I think the way this is supposed to work is, does it help you understand how you can be loved better? Yes. But if we're being outward focused instead of self-focused, it is about learning how you can love others better. So you recognize how you're good at loving, and you recognize their love language. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're kind of discussing your love languages together, then you can know how this person works, how they, I guess, need to be loved, how they receive love best, and you can kind of work together in that. So it definitely can be a resource, but I don't think you should be looking to your love languages for all definitions of love and what love is and how you should love, because we know that the one perfect example of love, loving others, the characteristics of love, is Jesus. So we have to make sure that we do not get too sucked into these tests and these self-evaluations and things like that if it's not Jesus focused and Jesus driven. So yes, love language as a resource, but your definition of a love to be filled back up, to feel abundant love, you have to go to Jesus. You can't create a definition of how you're loved best and only receive that love from your partner in that perfect way that you want it, because we know in relationships there's that kind of give and take. You kind of learn how to love each other better together, but Jesus is the only one that can love you absolutely perfectly and can fill you up. So don't rely on your partner to fill you up based on your love language. But they can be helpful for you to learn the varieties of love and how to be loved. So we know that now that there's all these different aspects of this love, and we do see Jesus do a lot of these different categories of like service, of course, giving gifts. We see him affirming others. So yes, Jesus does reflect all of these different love languages. But I definitely just 100% recommend you reading the Bible to learn about how to love people better. So I think you've taken your love language test. You know that you are acts of service and affirmation. So now let's turn to the Bible. Let's look and see how God used acts of service and affirmation to love others better. And let's really just live based on the example of Jesus, based on how you know you love best. But I also think that by reading the Bible, by studying the way Jesus lived, you can strengthen yourself in other love languages. So maybe you're not the best at quality time, maybe you're just not all present, and you're just really not good with spending time with people. You'd rather be like getting your to-do list done and things like that. So let's look at the Bible. Let's see how Jesus handled quality time, how he spent time with his disciples and the people that he preached to, and let's reflect that. So I do think you can use this test to help you grow your love, I don't want to say love life, but help you just grow aspects of your love, and then always turning back to the Bible for that source of true knowledge. Then I just wanted to end with a quote from a pastor and author, Tim Charles, and he said, "Now how do I know that love languages are flawless but can be redeemed? Because Jesus Christ did not speak the language I wanted, he spoke the language I needed. That is the heart of the gospel. He spoke in the language I needed most. That proves to me I cannot trust what I want. Instead, I always need to look to him and to his word." So basically, when I was doing research on this, a lot of people were saying that if you live by your love language, and just love languages in general can really kind of be rooted in your desires and kind of our fleshly expectation and desires of how people should love us. So Jesus doesn't love us how we want him to. He loves us how we need him to. So I think you just need to take your love language a little lighter than, I don't know, maybe some of you are really grasping onto your love language and that's all you live by. So maybe opening your hands and letting Jesus kind of like step into that. But that is about all I have to say about that today. Like I said, on the Higher Battle podcast on Wednesday, me and Nadine will be talking about this a little bit more, a little bit deeper. So if you want to listen to that on Wednesday, it is on all podcast streaming platforms, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So I would just love to know if you guys liked this video, so please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Comment your love language, I'm curious. But I hope you guys have the best week ever, and I will see all of your beautiful faces next Friday. Bye.
Hey. Or to pick up the phone just to say what is up. It's been a long time.